Studies have shown that on average, we spend about 50% of our time not thinking about what we're actually doing at any given moment. But as bad as that is, if you're stressed, anxious, depressed, emotionally distressed, then that percentage goes much higher. Usually 80 to 90% not thinking about what we're doing, as negative thoughts pull us off to issues over which we may or may not even have control. The best you will ever feel, the most efficient, effective, productive you'll ever be, not to mention loving and relational, is when any thought in your head is only focused on just what is right in front of you. No more, no less. The vast majority of our moments can be just enough for us, have everything we need to feel fulfilled, if we're fully present and aware. Now, we'll have difficult, even traumatic moments, of course, but even those are more bearable if we're fully present to them, and especially those in the moments with us. Our thoughts, the constant processing of our conscious minds, is a curtain that keeps our awareness apart from the present moment. So building present awareness begins with taking notice of our thoughts, realizing when they've wandered away from the present, and then practicing stepping aside from them, returning to the present on an ongoing basis until present awareness becomes second nature to us. Presence is the natural state of animals and small children, but not our adult selves, which is why we need to keep returning to it by practicing presence. We do this in two ways, offline and online. Offline is carved out, set-aside quiet time for specific meditative practice, learning choiceless awareness, choosing not to focus on any one thought. While online is mindful practice throughout the day, where the only thought in our heads is on the task at hand. Offline practice is what builds the technique, the ability to stay mindful throughout the day. The goal is not to be able to successfully sit in meditation or contemplative practice for its own sake, though they have their own benefits, but to use the skills learned to be mindfully focused during the noise and the chaos of daily life, to be present to the task at hand, even if multitasking, to be present to anyone in our path, to be able to regulate emotion, tolerate stress, make choices for the good of anyone in our blast zone, or splash zone if you prefer. Offline techniques include many forms of Eastern meditation, centering prayer in the Christian tradition, guided imagery, walking meditation, contemplative journaling, while online techniques include practicing mindfulness and presence as a continuous state of being, as well as exercises and techniques like the welcoming practice to shorten our recovery time. That is, the time it takes to return to the task at hand when our thoughts have wandered or we've been triggered emotionally. Now, this doesn't mean that we do offline and online one at a time in a series. They both work together hand in glove to strengthen each other. And ultimately, the goal of both is the same: to spend as much time as we can away from the constant stream of thoughts in our heads that keeps us from the content of our moments and the sense of who we really are. It is a continuous practice of presence that changes us, grows our ability to live in connection and relationship, to accept life on its own terms, and to live with a sense of hope and gratitude. In a short introduction like this, there's no time to really dig into these techniques, but we have detailed materials to send you and one-on-one help available to walk you through building your own contemplative program and to be with you when questions arise. So if you're ready to dig in, you can call, text, message, reply. The details are attached to this video. Let's see what's possible when there's nothing left standing between you and the real reality of your life.